Hi, I'm Brandi Pitts, and the school that I'm here at, you can see behind me, this is Mary Jackson Elementary. I am in the first grade classroom with Mrs. Julie Taylor. The class is a dual immersion class, and the portion that I help with is the English speaking. In the morning time, the children either go to the Spanish speaking portion or the English speaking portion, and then halfway through, so at lunchtime, then they switch and either have English speaking or the Spanish speaking in the afternoon. There's about 10 out of the 40 students are native speakers, I would estimate. So about 25% would be native speakers, and about 75% would be English language learners. The principal of the school is very involved with the students. She actually learned Spanish to be able to communicate with the students and with her staff and with the parents. She's very supportive of the teachers, and she's been wonderful for me to work with as well. For my examples that I'd like to share with you, one of the students, one of his spoken productions was, instead of saying teacher, he called me T-sure, and the ch, the ch sound is it's a voiceless post alveolar affricate. So it's kind of a affricate is kind of a combination between a stop mixed with a fricative. So you've got a little bit of a stoppage of air, but then it kind of continues on. And the sh sound that he's making is a voiceless post-alveolar fricative. So there's not really a stoppage of air. So that was what was going on there. The same student, I'd like to share something really cute that he did. At Valentine's, he made me a Valentine's Day card. And inside the card, it's really cute. It says, Miss Pitts, this gart is for you, instead of card. And it's interesting because the G is a voiced velar stop, where the k sound in card is a voiceless velar stop. So he's getting the voiced and the voiceless mixed up even in the writing. Also, the T at the end is a voiceless alveolar stop, where and the D is a voiced alveolar stop. So again, it's mixing up the voice and the voiceless sound. Then for one of my other vocal examples, one of the students that's an excellent reader was reading to me in English, and on one of the words he stopped, and instead of making the R sound that we'd hear, the R, it was like the R in Spanish, it was R, like the trilled R. That's a little tricky for me to do. I can kind of appreciate where they're coming from. So what I would do, the way that I would handle this situation for myself to be able to help students, I think would be, in my own classroom someday, would be to go through the different sounds and maybe show them where the sounds are in the mouth and that kind of thing. But I think that's primarily what our teachers that are the speech and language pathologists do tend to help a lot with that. So you don't have to worry with that as much as a teacher. But when I would hear, I would maybe do some kind of corrective thing, or maybe there are some different exercises and things that we would be able to do. But it's been really interesting to watch. And I do have another example. I hope that's all right. Just one more that's kind of interesting. One of the students, when we were looking at the plurals, making words into plurals, it was an irregular plural. We were looking at tooth and wanted to turn it to teeth, and foot and turning it to feet. And the student wanted a lot of time to say foots or tooths. And to me, that makes sense. And I remember even as a young child that was kind of tricky for me, saying, oh wait, tooth becomes teeth and foot becomes feet.